for the book review on The Au Pair Affair. As you might guess, this is a hockey romance. It is also the single parent nanny trope, and there's a bit of an age gap in here as well. It is dual POV and medium spicy. We're going to be following FMC Tallulah, which, side note, Tessa, what's with the names of your main characters? Okay, Tallulah, Burgess, Tallulah. Tallulah is a grad student, and she's going to be taking a live-in nanny position. And that is with our MMC Burgess and his preteen daughter. Now, these two had instant chemistry back in the first book, Fangirl Down, but they're going to try to deny that chemistry, going to try to keep it professional, and instead they're going to help each other out. What I mean by that is they strike a deal to help each other both get out there. But all that does is make them spend more time together and therefore bring them closer together. I gave this 4.5 stars both times I read it. Last year when it first came out, I read it as a physical book. This time I read it as an audiobook. I love these tropes, so I was probably always going to rank it pretty high. Just going in, it just fits naturally what I'm looking for in a book. I love all single parent tropes, but on top of that, you add a little bit of forbidden love with a single parent nanny trope, I'm in. I also love sports romances. So reading this book, I was like, especially as I was listening the second time through, I was like, why didn't I give this 5 stars the first time through? This is great. This is fabulous. I love everything about it. I love Tessa Bailey's dirty talk and spice scenes. Like, why didn't I give this book the full-fledged 5 stars? That's how I felt, like the first 50-60% of the book. And then we get in the back half. And I was reminded why I only gave it 4.5. Now, you might consider this next part a spoiler, although it is mentioned in the actual synopsis of the book if you read that. So take that with what you will and leave if you need. But there feels like multiple breakups in this book, okay? I already hate third act breakups, and I feel like there's 2 distinct breakups in this book, and I just didn't need that. I don't really like any conflict for my romantic couples. That's just the anxious girly in me. I prefer like the conflict or like foil to come from outside of the relationship. But I have learned to handle at least a third act breakup. But like, this was just too much conflict. Now, once again, for the audiobook, this has a single narrator, even though I do feel like this has 2 distinct points of view. It is in third person, not first person, but I still think you could probably figure out the back and forth enough to have 2 different narrators. I feel like that would bring value to the audiobook. So the moral of the story is I do really like this book. Don't get me wrong, I did give it 4.5 stars, but it is also my least favorite of the series thus far.